US 52 approaching Minot, North Dakota. An intense thunderstorm just rolled by and there's a beautiful rainbow. There's my Subaru with Wesley inside it. This is impressive. This is impressive. And this is the border of Alberta with the Northwest Territories of Canada. We have arrived here local time about a little before 9 at night, but the sun doesn't set for about another half hour yet. There's a lot of daylight still left in August in this part of the world. At the border of the Northwest Territories with the province of Alberta. Wesley is not too enthused to be up there, but makes a good picture anyway. This is Louise Falls on the Hay River. If my voice can be heard over this noise. This is the Great Slave Lake in the Northwest Territories of Canada. I've actually read about this place in Jack London stories, but never actually have been here. So it's kind of neat to actually see the place. The water is actually fairly warm, and I've just had some nice swimming here. First Alaska trip when I could ever go swimming. Something to be said for global warming, I suppose. We are traveling the Mackenzie Highway shortly past the turnoff to the town of Yellowknife, heading towards the Liard Highway. And right beside the road here is an emergency survival cabin. I guess if you're here in the winter and get stuck in a whiteout or a blizzard, which is probably common in this part of the world, you can take refuge here. Wes and I just stopped to check it out. It's kind of a neat little cabin. Wesley, come here. Come here, Wes. Come here, Wesley. Come here. It's just has its own door. You go inside here. There's actually a wood stove. Apparently there's once maybe glass there. I don't know what happened to it. But you could take shelter here in the winter in an emergency. Traveling the Mackenzie Highway through the Northwest Territories of Canada. This is a territorial park in the Northwest Territories, and I'm just trying to make sure that Wes doesn't fall because that is quite the stream down there. Thundering Waterfalls just goes over that precipice. We are heading on the Liard Highway, the Mackenzie Highway, heading towards Fort Simpson, and I came across this territorial park with this rather impressive formation here. And there's where the highway bridge crosses the territorial park in the Northwest Territories of Canada, along the Mackenzie Highway, approaching Fort Simpson. Highway Bridge. West, here we go west, here we go west. There's a red fox beside the Mackenzie Highway. The guy's kind of tame. August the 16th, 2008. Hiking in the Canadian Rockies, Stone Mountain Provincial Park, which is off the Alaska Highway. We hiked back to Flower Springs Lake in a pretty alpine setting. And there is whence we have come, the trail up from the campground on the Alaska Highway. Hiking past Flower Springs Lake in this beautiful alpine valley in the Canadian Rockies, with the music of the streams all around us. This is a spot near Flower Springs Lake where we stopped to have our lunch and just relax in this magnificent area. The sun is out, it's warm, and the scenery is just where you couldn't ask for more. Wesley, before I put his dog pack on him again. The Upper Dewey Lakes Trail in Skagway, Alaska. It was a long climb to get up here, but the scenery makes it all worthwhile. We have hiked back into the mountains well above Upper Dewey Lake. There's a waterfall from the snowmelt in the center of the frame here, which is feeding this mountain stream. This is a beautiful secluded valley. The sun is out and there is no wind. The mountain walls block the wind. Wes and I just relaxed here and enjoyed the sun and the mountain streams for a bit. This is backcountry Alaska at its best, high in the mountains above Skagway. There's Wesley, my fellow explorer. This is a cruise ship pulling, or sailing I should say, into Skagway via the Inside Passage. We camped here overnight at Sturgill's Landing, and Skagway is about 3 miles away. In that direction, about 13 miles away, is Haines, Alaska. Don't know if they pulled in there or not. But this is the Granite Tourist Trail near Fairbanks, Alaska. We hiked up here and camped overnight beside one of those tours, which looks rather like that, or like that. It's fiercely windy up here. It was yesterday when I got here, and it was again, it was overnight and this morning. Real struggle to set up the tent and take it down again. You can hear that wind. This is the Dietrich River alongside the Dalton Highway, about half of the way to Prudhoe Bay and the Arctic Ocean. A very scenic spot. Sun is out on this day, August the 25th, and it's about close to 60 degrees. Is my car up there? Dalton Highway, Alaska. Hiking with Wesley on the Arctic tundra north of the Brooks Range. Come here, Wes. I think these are musk oxen grazing on the tundra just about 100 miles outside of Prudhoe Bay. Who would have thought you would find such a thing here? This is the Arctic Ocean at Prudhoe Bay. A little bit. This is the Arctic Ocean at Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and we are going to take a bit of a wade in it. Wesley is hiking across the tundra on the Little Coal Creek Trail, ascending to Kasugi Ridge and Denali State Park, Alaska, on this 27th day of August, 2008. This is a bike path a little ways south of Anchorage along the Seward Highway. I suppose you could say it is one of the world's nicer bike paths. This is another view of Alexandra Falls from the trail which we are hiking, which leads to farther down the Hay River. The Hay River flowed by our campsite last night. This is Alexandra Falls along the Mackenzie route in the Northwest Territories of Canada. Look at the spray from that thing. That's awesome. You see the power of these falls. Wes is trying to dig out a marmot's hole here on the tundra. He's fascinated by those things. This is the majestic setting in which we camped in for tonight. It's a natural valley surrounded by mountains, and there's a water supply nearby. Hopefully, if the weather's nice, we'll continue on tomorrow. is August, but it is rather chilly. I'm running this video right now because you can hear the screeching of what I think are marmots on the tundra. Northern Alberta, heading towards the border with the Northwest Territories of Canada. We are going to bypass the first 300 miles of the Alaska Highway by taking this route known as the Mackenzie route. It takes us through Northern Alberta, through the Northwest Territories, and about another 180 miles, and then eventually joins up the Alaska Highway. A remote route through Northern Alberta that I've never done before. So it's something new, different, and original for my Alaska travels. Northern Alberta, Canada. This is a highway rest area in Saskatchewan where I just stopped to give Wesley a bit of a walk. What's unusual about it is, if you can believe it, they actually have a bird sanctuary here, which is really weird for a public rest area. Rest area with some bird feeding, that's really strange. Wesley by Louise Falls. Stay!